Hey guys, welcome back. This is going to be part 9 of the Alpine ski. We're going to finish this thing today. First thing I want to do, I want to get the joystick handle out, these carriage bolts, and the buttons. We're going to clean the carriage bolts, polish them up a little bit, clean the joystick, see if we can make that joystick white at all again. I don't know if we can. I'm kind of wondering if I use sandpaper, put it in the drill press, and sand the knob down with some like 1,000 grit or 1,500 grit. Maybe we can get that thing to turn white and I can polish it back up. I don't know. Obviously, I've never had to try that before. I mean, I've done it on a red one, never on a white one. So I don't know, is this color throughout the whole ball or is it just on the top surface like nicotine or something like that? I don't know. Also, we have to, I plugged in the coin lights. Somebody had it rigged with different wires. I unplugged those and plugged in the original ones. They both work. We need to make a cable. Well, I have the cable. He gave me a cable that goes from the out port that comes out of the marquee light and it's going to come down to here, but I don't have any bulb holders because the 2 bulb holders, I used it on the front line cabinets. But I have some bulb holders in the basement. I'm going to go grab those in a little while and we'll mount them to the monitor frame or whatever we need to do. And we'll be able to light up the backside of the glass. So I need to bolt down the monitor. It's just sitting in here with 2 bolts in it because I didn't want to leave it with nothing in there. So we need to bolt down the monitor, run the wire over here for the 2 light bulbs, put the screen bezel in, put the screen surround in, then the screen bezel, and then we're going to clean the control panel, which we're going to do that first. And then I'm going to paint the power brick assembly and stuff like that. That paint dries extremely fast. Basically, you're just going to pull it apart, paint it, put it right back together, bolt it in the cabinet. Really don't have a ton left to do. We got to put T-molding on, which I started ordering T-molding in rolls of 250 feet because it's actually about half of the price than buying 20-some foot rolls. So I ordered a roll of the textured and also a roll of the non-textured black. I like running original T-molding colors for the most part. Very rarely do I do one that's not original color. Unless it's like a cabinet that I build, then it doesn't really matter. It's not an original cabinet, so who cares at that point? So we're going to take off this E-clip here so we can pop out this joystick handle. Maybe. A little rusty, pretty rusty. Put that over there. You got a spring, don't lose that. Then we just want to take off these buttons because these things, I don't know what the hell happened to them. It's like they got eaten with acid or something. I'm going to throw them away. I should have more white ones. I don't know. I mean, I don't know that I have any new ones, but I probably have some better used ones because these look like crap. Sucks because I'm not going to throw them away. I'm going to save them because these are the good E-clip ones. They're not those ones that are glued together or pressed together. But you can see these things are just trashed. There's no saving these, I don't think. Maybe with a lot of work of wet sanding and stuff, maybe. But I'm not going to put that kind of time into these buttons, really. Especially if I have some decent ones. That one's even worse. We are going to see, we have a vinyl printer and we haven't used it in a while. And what happens with our vinyl printer is if you don't use it for a while, the ink dries up in the tubes. Because it's all we do is run around like idiots 7 days a week. So nobody has time to do anything. But if we can get that thing working again, we're going to print the screen bezel artwork for that Frogger I got yesterday. And I'm going to print the artwork for this guy's Tetris cabinet and rockin' rope that I'm building. What I'm going to charge him versus trying to buy it is going to be a way better deal. This is the worst of the 3 buttons. Okay, I'm just gonna leave the joystick itself in there. We don't have a control panel overlay, so there's no point in taking the joystick itself out, the back of it. Now we need to take off these nuts, which I believe are 5/16 and 3/8. Not even tightened. Now with that Frogger I got yesterday, I got to see if the if my high score save on my other Frogger board would work on this one. That would be awesome if it did. But I'm not counting on it working. I don't know why they did this. The loops that they used on these were so damn tight going down the shaft of the bolt for the ground wire. Why they did that on all these were like that. Damn bolt's like stuck in there. Wow. Oh, I'm an idiot. I keep doing that on these. There's always a second nut. I don't know why I do that. I keep forgetting. These always have a nut underneath the wood. I'm over here beating on it. It's going nowhere. I always forget about that one. Today's video, how long does it take to take a ground wire off of a bolt? Taking the nuts off, or the washers off, because if I don't take them off, I'm going to flip it over and then they'll magically won't be stuck to the wood anymore, and then I'll be crawling around on the floor picking them up. Everything's loose on this control panel. Everything. Must have been some intense Alpine ski play going on. Definitely wasn't for me. Oh, I found something on this cabinet too, because this game does not have free play unless you buy the high score save kit. Somebody put a credit button inside of the coin return. I thought it was rather ingenious, to be honest with you. I never thought to do that. Nobody would ever even know it was there either. I wonder if like the operator or something did it back in the day, because you really, if you didn't see the inside of the coin door, you would never in a million years think it was there, nor would you, even if you felt it in there because it's so small, it would never dawn on you that that's what it was. But could you imagine being a kid at an arcade and finding that and being like, jackpot, we're playing all day? I know I would. When I was a kid, oh yeah, I'd have been playing all day long if I found that button. You better believe it. Gonna wire wheel these heads and then polish them. Okay, we're done taking that apart for now. Leave that like that. We'll polish this in a minute. Before I forget, I want to show that like Christmas coffee cup. Better move this before I drop it on the floor and it shatters everywhere. I want to show you it before I forget about it. So if you look here, right here, somebody mounted a credit button, and it goes way inside of here. So if you go in here all the way, you can credit it up with your finger. But as a kid going to grab a return, even if you feel that little tiny button in there, you would never think anything of it. Unless you bumped it the right way and credited it up. Then you wouldn't. Okay, so we're gonna get this drill press going here. Actually, I'm gonna start with a piece of 600 grit. Trying to see if the white will get whiter. Not yet. Maybe we'll go a little bit rougher of a grit. I mean, we can always polish it up, so we don't have to get too worried. We're gonna go with 320 grit. Maybe I should get the rust off the shaft first, since it's all falling onto the ball. If you don't have a drill press, just use your cordless drill or your regular corded drill. You do the same thing. Tell you what, there's some good rust on this shaft. Ooh, that's hot. Kind of looks like the planet Saturn right now. It's got orange rings around it. Let me go grab some more sandpaper. A lot better than it was. Not perfect. It's definitely off colored a little bit. I think that's just, if I were to guess, I'd say the age of the plastic. But it's definitely way better than it was. Oh, you know what? I do have to take the joystick out. I need those 4 carriage bolts. Yellow wire goes towards this way. Yellow wire goes towards player 1 and player 2 start. Okay, I went in the house and I checked, and I only had one brand new white button, so I wasn't going to put one brand new one in there. So I searched through about a dozen or so used buttons, and I came up with these ones. And to be honest with you, like the color of this, because these ones are older and they're a little bit off colored, it's a dead match to the joystick after I sanded it down and everything. So that actually works out pretty nice. I'm actually going to pop these apart real quick, just to clean them up a little bit. They're kind of filthy. I'm just going to use the rubbing compound and clean them up. Not going to soak them or anything. So we're just going to pop off this E-clip. Get that out of the way. Then we have your spring. If anybody ever wonders, the small part of the spring always goes up to the button. The fat end goes at the bottom of the button like that. You will always have rust in there. Even if you soak it, I mean, it'll get rid of some of the rust, but never gets it all out. And another thing, if you're gonna soak your leaf switches and buttons, don't put your E-clips or your springs in bleach solution. I did that a long time ago, and it just rusted the shit out of them, and they fell apart. So I don't recommend that. John's Arcade, he used to use bathroom bleach and Simple Green, I think he used. But we're just wiping these off, getting them looking a little nicer with a little bit of rubbing compound. I grabbed a couple light bulb holders for the screen bezel. God, these things are tight. I'll show them to you in a second here, once I get done wrestling trying to get this button back in here. You know, I don't know why, but I've noticed that on Tato cabinets, their buttonholes are tight. It's not the first one I've had this problem with either. mean, this is ridiculous. Might have to get my grinder out. There's a little bit of corrosion around the hole, but not bad. I'm actually just going to take a little bit of plastic off the edge. I'll be right back, just to give it a little bit easier time going in. If that doesn't go in easier, I might have to take my little grinder and go around the metal on the hole. Jesus. This could be that's ridiculous. Definitely helped. I wonder if this is a Nintendo button. Doesn't really look like one. Because I know the Nintendo ones could be a hair different in size. I don't think so. Let's see if these ones fit in these other holes. Let's see if this one fits in here. See, that one fits. Is it just some odd ass freaking button? This one fits too. It's got to be this button. You know what? It is longer too. Well, that's all right. I'm going to just grind a hair more down on the button. It doesn't really look like a Nintendo button to me because a Nintendo button, this part is dished in a little bit more. I just don't know what the deal is with it. Something goofy. Probably some off-brand button from back in the day. I want to use this one up here because it matches the joystick the best. All right, I got it. I used that little belt sander over there and just went around the edge. It was like a little lip right there. I wonder if maybe it was in a metal control panel before and somebody, I don't know, forced it into a hole too small or something. But this is definitely a long button versus the other two are shorter buttons. But we can just adjust if we need to. Actually, I wonder if these short ones are going to work. I think so. Yeah, see now how it's pushing on these? We'll just have to bend the leaf switches back. Not a big deal. So I've put hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of windows in houses and buildings over the years, okay? I put new windows in this shop a couple years ago, and my window over there is leaking. I don't get it. Only my stuff. I do shit for other people. It's great. I put a window in my own place, it leaks. I did all new windows in my house, nothing leaks. No idea why that one's leaking. And the funny thing is it's not leaking on the sill. It's coming from underneath the sill in the wall. So that means my J channel on the bottom of the window is somehow holding water. So now I'm going to have to take that apart and look at it. Or maybe just some silicone. Not sure yet. But that's my luck. Okay. So now we have that working, but right now the contacts are jammed together because this is a longer button. So just take your inside, your ground one, and you just need to move it away. Not a ton, just like that. There you go. Simple as that. You could also shim out this a little bit more too. I just bend the leaf switches. It doesn't bother me one bit. So I just have 2 more leaf switches to do, clean up, and then we are done with the control panel as far as we can do with it. Nobody's reproducing these control panel overlays. This old game was, and I bought the last one off of him, but it was defective in the one corner, but better than not having one, you know. This control panel is the better of the 2 that he brought. The other one is a lot worse than this one as far as the buttons, the joystick, and the control panel overlay. So, I grabbed 2 different ones. Son of a bitch. I'll just bend it straight. These are the light bulb holders that I have. So we're going to have to screw them in to the side of the monitor frame or something, make a little bracket or something. We got to solder on our wires. Now, with these, technically, the outer housing is your ground, okay? Your center pin is your positive. In this case, we have to be correct, because if we send positive voltage to this, well, it's going to energize the whole entire monitor frame, because this is going to be screwed into the monitor frame. But for instance, if this was mounted to a piece of wood, it really technically doesn't matter. Or if it's in your coin door, it really doesn't matter. The light bulb will light either way, even if you put positive to the outer housing and negative to the center. But you always, common practice is put your positive to the center of the bulb, and then the whole outer frame is your negative. That's how you should do it. It's more important on a car than it is on an arcade game, because a car, you have a metal body, and you don't want the whole outside of this energized, because if it taps against any other metal, you're going to blow a fuse. Man, that's a tight clip. Got it. This is a little bit worn like those other ones, a little bit at the bottom side. Or I'm going to make it at the bottom side so you don't really see it. I sanded all the contact points on all the buttons, so they're with 800 grit, so there's no black corrosion on the terminals anymore. So when you touch the two, should be really good. Once we get this thing finished, we'll play a game or two. See if I can maybe get 10,000 points before 2 minutes is up. I don't even know what the record is. It's probably, I don't know. I guess the record really couldn't be super high. You only have 2 minutes of time. And there's only so many bigger bonus sections, you know. But I haven't played it long enough to know. I played something, I never played it on the arcade. I played something like it, and it was either on my Nintendo or my Commodore 60, or not my Nintendo. It was either on my Atari. I'm pretty sure I still have the cartridge of Skiing for Atari. And then I know I played one on my Commodore 64. Don't think I ever had anything like that for my Nintendo. The funny thing is I've only had a Atari, a regular Nintendo, a Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, and a PlayStation 2. By the time I was done with the PlayStation 2, I was older, and I wasn't really, using those anymore. I was into driving around and riding motorcycles and shit like that at that point in my life. So all that stuff kind of got put aside, you know. And then I got older and said, that shit was pretty fun. And I got into this stuff. Helps if you put the button together first. Okay. These old prongs are broken on the harness in the cabinet, which isn't a big deal. I could fix it. Zip tie it just to make sure it doesn't open up. So that's pretty much what we're at here, guys. Is it perfect? No. Is it better? Yes. So now we need to get these light bulbs installed. Try to bend this straight. I don't feel like walking back up to the house. So I'm going to do the lazy thing and bend it straight. boom, look at that. They're both the same now. I gotta grab that wire. Okay, this is the wire that plugs into the outside of the side coming out of the marquee. Now, before I solder wires to this, what I need to do, I got a piece of yellow tape here. I splice these two ends. I need to multimeter them because I need to know which one's positive and which one's negative. They're both green. Like I said, it doesn't matter, but I don't want to energize this frame with 5 volts or 6.3 volts. So I want to make sure that I multimeter it to make sure that we are at the negative and positive the right way. So I'm going to put the yellow tape on the side that I know is positive. So we're just going to take our multimeter here and we're going to turn it on. We're on, I don't remember if this is AC or DC. Oh, here we go. 5.8 volts. Now let me switch my leads. Oh, great. It's not going to tell me which one's negative. I thought for sure it would. Okay, so that did me absolutely, or did it? Did it have a negative on there? I don't think it did. Usually if you put the leads and you switch them, it'll say negative, but maybe not on AC. Must not do it on AC, only on DC. So, since that doesn't help me out, that's a failure. Let's go look at another one of these light socket thingies, because I do have another one here. We're going to trace the wire and how it plugs in. I'm going to go grab the wire real quick off of that cabinet. So this is the output side. So we're going to plug this into here. We're going to look. This bottom wire here is going to the housing. So this top wire is our positive. So I'm going to trace this. This is our top wire here. I don't know if it really matters, but we're going to hook it up like that. This is going to the center of the bulb. Okay. Now we can solder these bulbs on. I forgot to tell you last night that Frogger cabinet, the power wire running from the monitor to the power supply was 18 gauge wire, which to me, that's a little on the thin side. Actually, it might even have been 20 gauge. This might even be 20 gauge, actually. I'm going to leave these wires a little long because I'd rather have a little bit extra wire than not enough. Can I do this one-handed? Really? should have just pre-tinned the wire and the housing. Probably would have been smarter of me. I could put a loop on there, put it underneath where the screw is going to go, but this works. I need to find the plastic surround. I don't know where I put it. We'll go find that so we can position the light bulbs. Okay, now those positive terminals are away from the metal. Let's fire it on, make sure it works. Oh, you know what? I gotta put bulbs in it. Now these are normally, I forget the number. I like using these 1895 bulbs, which these are for cars. Same thing, these will handle up to 14.4 volts. Reason why I like using these ones for spots like this is they have a big fat bubble top bulb head. And what it does is it just shines the light a little bit more. It broadcasts the light out farther, if that makes sense, because the bulb is a little bit bigger on the end. Stick our bulbs in there, make sure we're not touching. The original ones do the exact same thing, but they have a clip on the end and they just slide onto the side of the monitor frame. One lit, one didn't. That means the other bulb might be bad. Brand new bulb. There it is. All right, so now I'm gonna grab some window cleaner, clean this up, get everything cleaned up, and we're gonna put the glass in. Now there's a groove for this plastic bezel, surround, whatever you want to call it, and then there's also a separate groove for the oh shit, I gotta tighten down that monitor. There's also a second groove for the glass. So one for that and one for the glass. I don't know, they have all mismatched nuts. I'm gonna go grab 4 new nuts and 4 washers. I slid the glass in and you guys are looking at the garage door. Sorry about that. Forgot to move the camera. So now you can see this is lit up here. Looks good. Looks real good. Game's coming up. Yep, the instruction card looks really good. Okay, marquee looks good. So now, put the control panel on. And then we're ready to take the power brick out, get that sanded down and painted. While that's drying, I can work on the T-molding, put that on. And then I don't know that there's much more to do, really. Okay, so the tabs, one of the tabs broke off of where you put this together, but if that ever happens, it's not a big deal. Because unfortunately, all this plastic, it just is brittle. Really not much you can do about it. show you here in a second. It still clips together really tight, but you don't want it to wiggle loose. Grab my cutters here. I'll show you what I did here. So there's an extra hole or two that are not used, and you sneak a little 4-inch zip tie through the terminal that's not being used. Come on, stupid thing. And you see right there, I just slipped it through one of the holes that are not being used, and now it won't come unplugged. If you ever need to unplug it, easy, cut the zip tie. Problem solved. So put that in, latch this down. Beautiful. We got to put the lock on the coin door still. So now I'm going to take out the power brick so that we can do a quick sanding and cleaning to that. Get it spray painted, and while that's drying, we will work on the T-molding, and then I think we're done. I really do. This cord's in good shape. It's frayed down here a little bit, so we'll fix that. We need to mount the PCB too, which here's the mount for it. And we need to mount this. This is needs to be mounted, and I have a couple wires here I need to cut, clean up, whatever you want to say. And we're actually going to use these for the monitor power. I stuck these in here temporarily, apparently really well. Oh, there they go. I don't mind these at all, okay? If I don't have the other side of this, I'll use these. And it's nice because if you ever got to service the monitor, you can simply just take the wire nuts off. All the houses, every house in this world has those in it, so it's not going to hurt it one bit. So this just looks sort of crappy. We're going to respray this black, clean these labels up, repaint the silver piece. Just a quick cleaning. Nothing crazy, just like we did with the last one. Just, I hate opening up the cabinet and seeing a bunch of shitty looking old parts in there, and I see it a lot. A lot of people do that. They just don't care. Out of sight, out of mind. I'm not that type of person. I'd rather just do it right. Need a 1/4-inch nut driver. Don't know where I put it. Everything's a mess. All right, I did a few things off camera. I remounted the power supply, and I put the wire nuts on the monitor power. Just things that just dumb. You don't really need to see me do that. You've seen me mount stuff a million times. But anyways, I am gonna video me putting the power brick and everything back in now, and then we'll just do the T-molding afterwards and the locks. So we're gonna do the power, get the power all hooked back up, put the locks on, T-molding, and we should be done. So I'm gonna set this up on a tripod, just kind of fast forward through it just so you guys can see what I'm doing here, and then we'll get the locks installed next. All right, it's time to put the locks on. Almost complete. Now, these originally had a bar that went top and bottom, but I haven't had the greatest luck with them. I did put it on one of mine, and it was in the basement, and I had a real hard time getting the door open. I don't know if because these doors are particle board, so if they warp or anything, it kind of could really screw you up. So I try not to usually put them on. I might try one more time on mine, but I don't know. It's you can lock yourself out of the game, and then you're gonna have to bust some wood or something to really get in there. So it's really not worth it. Plate doesn't fit very well. Tight. It's weird. The last one fit just fine. Fits a little better this way. Almost done. That's pretty good. No. front one now. That's T-molding, and I believe we're done. Need a wipe down, but that's not a big deal. A little loose. Perfect. Okay. Now we'll do the T-molding. Other than a brief wipe down, it is done. Let's go ahead and play a game. So I did look up the game, and you have 2 minutes of time to make it to the finish line. Once you make it to the finish line, then you can go on to the next round. So you can definitely score a lot of points if you're good. Me, I'll probably never be good at it, but you never know. All depends on how willing I am to keep trying it. So everything looks good. Nothing looks really out of focus or anything like that. So let's use that fancy hidden coin button. And we'll hit one player. I can't not crash. That's the problem, is I just crash all the time. I'm horrible at it. See, it's just like I hit everything. I don't know. It's so touchy, it's ridiculous. You just have to go full speed the whole time. I managed to get 6,000 points. Let's put our credit in it. Oh, they changed the course every time. Interesting. That ice put me right into the tree. I'd like to make it to the finish line. I'm just trying to make it through some of this stuff. Ran into a dude, another ski guy. Tree. And there goes my good streak. $7,773. 2 credits in there. Can we at least make it to the finish line? Like the high score is like a $500,000. This game would be easier if it had a backwards on the joystick to slow you down. The guy got in my way. $8,302. I suck. If the name of this game was how many trees you can hit, I'd be killing it. I cannot not hit shit. Even when I go slow. Trying again. Got it. Maybe I could break at least 10,000, make it to the finish line, something. I think once you get up there, it turns into flags, and you can actually hit the flags and not die, but I think it slows you down. You get points while you move as well. Settings this is on or anything, if it's on a real hard setting, I don't know. I didn't look at the dip switches. I don't know if there is settings or not or what. Oh boy. 3 seconds left. 89.90. Almost 10,000. Seems like once I crash, I lose my momentum and I just start screwing up. It'd be nice if they showed you where the finish line was too. Make it a little bit easier. $83.38. My goal is I have to hit 10,000 or the finish line. Then I'll be done for the night. It's real hard to get through those tight spots like that. To get to that one, you got to go to this way, it seems like. Right into the tree. on. That's ridiculous. You barely tap them things, you're screwed. Yeah. But play another one. I'm going to have to get a bench, see your back starting to hurt. Yeah, screw that 1,500 points. Too late now, there's only 25 seconds left. You guys will have to let me know if you've played this game, and if so, if you're any good at it, because I am not. I think honestly, the slower, when you go slow, it's actually kind of harder because when you're going slow, it really jerks you to the right or left. The older I get, the shittier my reflexes are. $94.33. And it's not like pole position where it's always the same. These are the trees and stuff are in different spots every time. So it's pretty hard to get used to where the stuff is. Yep, screw that 1,500. Should have kept cutting left to the left. $81.61. Oh, what happened? They gave me more time because I hit 10,000 points? Interesting. Oh, nice. Ran right into the dude. So it's like some sort of a bonus thing. I don't know what the hell's going on. Dude, get out of my way. They should have a kick button. Just kick them right in the side. This dude just won't leave me alone. See, this is where they need to have Mortal Kombat moves. They just kick the shit out of the guy. I wonder if hitting the flags takes your time away or points. $18,547. I'm a professional, guys. Good enough for me. I could definitely see that thing getting addicting. And I honestly think a couple hours of play, you could probably get into the 100,000 point range. I don't see why not. I almost hit 20,000. So that's going to wrap up the Alpine Ski Restoration Series, guys. Let me know what you think. Make sure you leave a comment. Just need to wipe it down, and it's done. It looks awesome. Very happy with it. This screen is so, like, there's so many light blue colors. Overhead LED lights just completely wash the screen out. You can't even see that it's on right now. But it turned out really good. I'm very happy with it. So I need to get back onto the Arabian cabinet so I can get that out of here. And then we got to build 2 more Tato cabinets. So this is part 9, the final part of Alpine Ski. Makes me want to get mine done because I really want to play it now. But other than that, guys, any questions or comments, feel free to ask. Please hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching the whole series. I appreciate it.